word. Hey, it's Amy and welcome to my channel. Today's video is about a recovery tool that I got late last year, and that is the R8 roller by Roll Recovery. I had been wanting an R8 for a while, so I was excited to finally get it. However, I know myself I struggled with some of the questions that I'm going to cover in this video. So I thought it might be useful to go over some of these questions so you can decide for yourself if the R8 is something that you want to add to your recovery tool collection. I'm going to cover what it is, why it was made, who it is for, and is it worth the price. As always, it really helps my channel out when you hit that thumbs up button as well as subscribe to my channel. And if you don't want to miss out on a video, click the bell icon as well. So let's talk about the R8 roller. I remember the first time I ever saw the R8 roller, and it kind of looked like this torture device similar to, you know, that machinery in the scrap metal yard that like has the jaws that like clamps on the cars. It kind of like reminded me of that with like the clamps. There's a name for that machinery, but anyways, you get the point. I also remember the first time I used the R8, and boy, it was very painful, very similar to kind of the first time I foam rolled as well. To start off, I'm going to share a few details about the R8 and why exactly it was made in the first place. It's around 3 pounds, so not very heavy at all, and I love that it's just kind of compact and super easy to carry around. It also comes with a storage bag that you can kind of put in your backpack just to protect it, as well as kind of a key so you can tighten the screws if it gets loose after a while. Ooh, there you go. Comes with this key, so it can also change the inserts, which I'll talk about in a little bit. Yeah, it's really nice. It has like this drawstring here, so it fits the R8 pretty nicely, if I say so. Oops. Oh no. I'm not doing a very good job, but again, I think you get the point. It has these 2 springs on either side of the R8 roller, which allows it to kind of expand and adjust to each body part size or just every individual. It creates a lot of force, so it's really hard to kind of open here if you're not just putting it on your body. It's like an arm workout. The roller itself is kind of shaped in these 4 finger bumps, I don't know the exact term, but these really do a good job of kind of getting into those tight spots. I love that you can make it as intense as you want, or you can release some of the tension by kind of expanding it so it's not so heavy or tight against your leg or whatever body part you're rolling. It's TSA and a registered massage device, which is pretty cool. It even comes with 2 inserts called the Super Plush or the Super Intense. I don't have the inserts myself personally, but maybe I might get the Super Intense one eventually. The inserts were designed to make the R8 even more versatile. When developing these inserts, they got a lot of feedback from athletes so they could design it to exactly fit what athletes need. I'll have a picture of the insert right here, but you can see that it's a slightly different kind of shape, more like rounder than the typical kind of bumps of this one or the super deep one. It was designed for a slightly softer massage experience while also kind of just getting the blood circulation and just flushing out your legs. You can even do like a super flush on one side and a regular or super tense on the other side, so you can kind of create different experiences on either side and then just flip it and do it on the other side of whatever body part, again, you're rolling. Almost forgot to mention, but the super deep insert is firmer than the regular insert and has 3 larger bumps that dig deeper. The R8 comes in a glacier white, like I got, or all black, so that's kind of cool that you get to choose the color. I just liked how kind of fresh this one looked. So why was the R8 made in the first place? Roll Recovery said they wanted to design a massage tool that was not only mobile, but easy to use and with some force in it. As I mentioned before, you can kind of create as much force or kind of lessen the force on it. Reduce the words are hard. It's really whatever your body can handle, and you can kind of just go for it, or if it's just you're kind of tender, just you gotta listen to your body. It gives you a deep tissue massage while breaking up any muscle adhesions for a myofascial release. I briefly talked about myofascial release already in my foam rolling video, so I'll have a link for that video in the description below. Myofascial release is when pressure is put on the fascia to lengthen it, smooth it, and relax it. Often we can get these restrictions in our muscle and our fascia, which cause these kind of trigger points or really tight spots. By rolling out these tight areas, it allows it to kind of break up those tight spots, so it helps with mobility as well as getting the blood flowing and maybe repair if you have any kind of small tears, or just kind of get your muscles moving again. Adhesions happen when kind of the muscle gets stuck to the fascia, so it can't really move. As I just said, myofascial release is also really good for blood circulation and reducing inflammation. The more blood you bring to a certain area in your body, the quicker it will recover and heal. There's lots of ways to do myofascial release, but what the R8 does, it kind of clamps on either side and creates this kind of pressure and rolls out the fascia. By going on either side of whatever body part you're rolling, it creates the kind of this pressure that a foam roller can't do, and I'm going to talk about that later on in the video. I'm going to briefly show you how I use my R8 roller and what areas of my body it's really good for. There's so many different ways, like you're on your arms, but I'm just going to show you what really is helpful for me. But first, I really need to make some tea, so we're gonna go on a little field trip. I love coffee, but I probably shouldn't have another one today. I might get like the jitters or something, so I think I'm gonna make myself some tea. Apparently Boston is going to happen October 11th. We'll see if that happens. I'm cross fingers, but they just posted that today, but super exciting. I really hope it happens, but obviously I want it to be safe first. Everything to be, resolved, or just, yeah, I want it to be safe, but I do want to run Boston very badly. Much better. Okay, now that I got my tea, I'll show you how I use my R8 roller. So the first time that I used my R8 roller, I was like, how do you get it on your leg? I was trying to kind of get it open and then put it on my leg, but someone explained to me very helpfully that you just put it on your leg here, you roll, and then you turn it like this. Then it makes it so much easier to put on your leg rather than trying to force it open. So again, you can kind of roll up and down here, especially in your IT, and then you can kind of go up and down here. You can also do your hip flexors, which I really find helpful, and your kind of glutes at the back here. That really gets some targets, some good spots. Oh yeah. But the one that I really find the most helpful is kind of getting in here on your adductor, and then on the outside of your IT, and just that gets really tight for me. So and then you just roll up, and then it comes off very easily. Same thing with the other leg, you can kind of just roll. You can also do this sitting down, which is really nice. You can just sit down and then roll it. So very easy. You might have to stand up, obviously, if you want to do your hip flexors and stuff, but again, watching TV and rolling your leg is the best. To get it onto your calves, you never want to roll over your knee. You always want to take it off and then put it on your calf. And I'm going to show you in a second how I do my calves. I have to adjust my angle of my camera as you can't see my legs, or you can't see my calves or my feet. Well, you can't see my face, but that's okay. You don't need to need it. So I recently learned how to kind of put it on backwards. So if you kind of roll it from here behind your leg, if you get on like this, you can get on backwards like this. Ignore my root socks. My feet are a little cold. But you want to kind of go on the side of your calves. Oh yeah. Oh. And get a good kind of rolling here. Same thing, you kind of just roll off and do the other leg. Again, if it's too intense, you can kind of release the pressure by pulling it outside of it, and then it kind of is not so intense on your leg or calf. I don't know about you, but my calves get very tight and it can be quite painful to roll them. I know you can do your arms, but it kind of scares me because I feel like it'll just get clamped on, so maybe I'll try it with my husband so he can kind of help me. But you can do your arms, your calves, your glutes, IT bands, your hamstrings. There's just so many things you can target with these nice grooves here, but let me know how you use it in a comment below. I'd love to know. So who is the R8 designed for. If you're just getting into running and only doing a few kilometers a week, you might be able to accomplish what you need with a foam roller. I love my foam roller, which is also by Roll Recovery. This is the R4, but definitely check out my video on this. I use this every night and it's such a great tool to have. Then, down the road, when you're doing more longer runs and big runs, it might be a good idea to invest in an R8 roller. It's a great recovery tool for someone who's already foam rolls and wants to kind of up their recovery game. It really helps speed up recovery and it's made a huge difference in how my legs feel like after I R8 it or the next day, especially after a long run or a workout. If I had known how much it helps my legs with recovery, I probably would have got it sooner. It can be so painful, but it really does a good job of getting and targeting those tight spots, and just I can feel it release after a few days, especially if there's like a tight knot. It just, a couple of days of rolling it really makes a huge difference. Especially if you're really into running and doing these big runs or just intense workouts, it's a really good idea to kind of do whatever you can do to recover better and quicker. My husband and I have to kind of wait for each other to use the R8, and I'm pretty sure he didn't think it was worth it to get it in the first place, but now he almost uses it more than I do. I kind of have to like pull it from him so I can use it. So that's nice that we both can use it, so it makes it more cost effective if we're both using, not just myself. Which brings me to, is it worth the price? At a price tag of $190 Canadian, it's definitely an investment. It's not the cheapest thing, especially when you compare it to a foam roller or a lacrosse ball or any other recovery tool. However, I strongly believe in investing in your health and your recovery and just your body in general. This is more of a recent mindset and has really made a huge difference in just how I feel by investing in myself and just spending time, stretching and doing things to help my body recover or just feel better. I know I'm young, but I really want to make sure these habits kind of stay with me when I get older and when I don't recover as quickly as I do now. You only have one body, so for me, investing in recovery is just worth it. As well, if you think about how much a massage is, this doesn't take the place of a massage, but you can do it in between massages and you might not have to go as frequently. Again, listen to your body. Maybe you just need to go to a massage therapist, but this really does a huge difference in kind of just preventing injuries. Injury prevention is critical, and I just am getting through an injury and it sucks being injured, so I want to do anything I can to prevent getting injured again or just to speed up my recovery. I don't think the R8 should replace your foam roller because they kind of do different things, or they complement each other. There's some things that I want to do on the foam roller and there's some things I want to do on the R8 roller. The R8 just hits all the right spots and it's really well made, and I really like using it especially at night when I'm watching TV, so I can kind of roll and get distracted by the TV and not think about kind of how tender my leg is, or just, it's just a nice distraction. Is this for a beginner runner? Maybe not. It's completely up to you and what you want to invest, but is it worth the money? Definitely. I'll have a link in the description below of where to purchase it, or you can do more reading on it, just to make sure that it's something that you want to invest in and that will be useful for yourself. I love it, but you don't have to get it. It's just a great tool to have. Happy recovery, and I'll see you next time.